All right, guys, so today I am sitting down with not only a true legend in the music industry, but I consider this man a friend. Someone that has over 22 years experience, all right? He's worked with some of the biggest names in the business. At one point had the #1 remix in the country. He continues to push boundaries on like what's possible in this DJ industry. And if that isn't enough, also teaching and inspiring the up and coming generation of DJs. My guy, DJ COVA. What's up, bro?
Let's go, my brother. Let's
go.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm
wow,
good.
I gotta have this guy do my intros all the time. That's how good he is.
I appreciate that, man. But hey, COVA, I guess, man, let's go ahead and just jump right into it, man. Like I said, it's a pleasure having you here with me, man. The first time we met was back at MEX in Vegas.
Correct.
Just
January.
a few months ago.
Yeah.
Right? And bro, I just gotta say, like I said, you're one of the most genuine dudes I've met at these conferences, man. So I appreciate you taking the time to sit down, chop it up with me for a little bit. But tell me, man, how did you first get into the industry, bro?
Oof. So the short long story is, at 6, my dad gave me a radio. I knew I just wanted to do something with music. I didn't actually do anything with music till 19. I went to school for audio engineering in Institute of Audio Research, which actually was supposed to be production, but it was more engineering. And then I came out of DJ, and then that's when it all started. So right around 21, I put out my first record, and we just hit the ground running between the DJ and the production, and
that's
just
dope,
the passion.
Man. That's dope. You know, and you know, you have had an impressive career, bro. I was looking you up when I was doing my research for this. You know, you've collaborated with people like Enrique Iglesias, Cobra Starship. You know what I'm saying? But what has been one of those like most memorable projects or experiences that you've had since you've kind of been in the game, man?
You know, it's who you asked that because I just was interviewed by DJ X. They have a DJ Life magazine.
Okay.
And they made me dig deep on this one. And honestly, the very, you know, every decade there's something that's big, but the one I always have to go to is the first record we did. And it's because I didn't learn, you know, when we were recording actual bands.
Gotcha.
So I felt like we didn't really learn, you know, electronic music.
Yeah.
So I bought an ASR 10, which is what Kanye and Alchemist used. And I went to a record store and I was so excited because I just bought it, and I told the kid at the record store, like, hey, I want to make a record. And he's like, I bought an SB 1200, I'm gonna make a record too. And then we just like shook hands, like, let's make a record together.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what we were doing, dude. We literally, you know, back in the days of hardware, I'm dating myself, but we started to just borrow equipment from our friends, and before I knew it, I had a whole basement of borrowed equipment.
Bruh.
And it took us 30 days to figure out how to record and sync vocals, and this was like, this was the old way, bro.
You just gave a class on Ableton too, bro?
Telling you.
And like how easy it is now, and you're talking about doing all this, like, bro, back then like that.
It was
Crazy.
so manual, and you know, syncing, and you used to have to use these things like, it's called SMPTE, which was like a fax machine thing, and it would link.
My brain hurts just thinking
exactly,
about that, bro.
Exactly.
So, you know, and you've kind of, you know, like I said, you've had a lot of success in the industry, man, but, you know, people don't realize there's probably also a lot of failures that happened before you got there, right?
So
like, you know what I'm saying? So tell me about that, man, especially for some of these younger guys that are listening to this. They want that overnight, that quick success.
Yeah.
But what are some of those obstacles that you kind of faced coming up, and how did you get through that? How did you push through?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, by the way. I think the obstacles part is just consistency, man. You just gotta self-reflect. You gotta see what you're not good at. You have to constantly just try to evolve. It's a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly thing. It took me a long time to get it, man. I had to suck for a very long time, being honest.
Right.
I mean, the first 7 years of production were terrible. I mean, I tell you about my first accolade with the first record, but literally the next 7 records were bust.
Bro.
In fact, one of the labels lost their distribution because our sales is like the straw that broke the camel's back. So just being okay with not being good, and then just trying to find, you know, ways to be better.
For sure, no, man. That's you know, and the fact that you didn't let you made it, you know, to that pinnacle, right? But you didn't let it crush you when you didn't. The next 7 were flops. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, and that's what this whole journey is a lot of peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
But not only did you do all that, bro, you've also have made it a goal to start Tweak Music Tips.
Yeah.
I'm actually a student, by the way. I'm a Tweak Music Tips student.
Yes.
So if you haven't signed up yet, go do that. But bro, what made you aspire to help the younger generation? Like, a lot of guys in this industry gatekeep, if we're being frank. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
But what made COVA decide, hey man, I want to inspire the next generation. I want to help them come up and move and, you know, get to that next level?
Well, I think that's a great question in the sense where, first and foremost is why are you doing it,
Right.
So people that gatekeep are not, they're not about the culture.
Yeah.
So if you're passionate and you're always want to help people and just kind of move forward, like I always found myself teaching people how to use stuff. In fact, the guy that I made the first record with used to give me equipment and say like, learn it and teach me.
Bro.
Yeah, so, and then my parents are teachers. So my mom and dad used to be teachers.
So you feel right, it was, you were meant to do this.
Absolutely, so maybe that's what it was, yeah. So, yeah, man, so just doing that and then teaching, and then it's always been a teaching thing. And at first I kind of resisted it, I'll be honest with you. I would do it for my immediate friends, but not like outside people. And then after a while, you're just like, I guess this is my call. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of have to realize that.
Follow that. But, you know, and that's great that you mentioned that, bro. But wait, y'all, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. Not only has he done all that, but let's talk about the actual Tweak Music Tips Twitch, bro.
Oh, wow.
So you're also doing like a live, and this, before I met you, I didn't even realize this was a thing, but you're doing like a live Twitch stream, right? Reviewing equipment. You had the CEO of Twitch on, bro. Like, I was actually on that stream. You do DJ battles, you do all sorts of stuff, man. So where'd that idea come from, bro? And like, how hard was it to get it where it is now?
Man, it's the first step, the second step, the third step. Like, that's the idea.
Right.
Like, just keep doing it every day. Try to reinvent it. Live streaming is not easy. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done it, and just to reinvent yourself. Like, how are you going to be interesting? You can't do the same thing the same way and expect people to come back. So, and Twitch is a very finicky place in a sense where authenticity is very apparent, value is very apparent. So you always have to find new ways to give value.
For sure.
So I don't want to act like it's been easy, because it hasn't.
Right.
And we've had a lot of failures in the meantime, but you know, just always self-assess is really.
Yeah. Well, bro, you know, we talked a lot about highs and lows, man, but how have you personally, man, what has like kept you motivated? What's kept you passionate about what you're doing? Because, you know, after doing it for so many years, you can kind of lose that flame, or that flame starts to diminish a little bit, man. So how have you been keeping it up?
I think if you don't do it for the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think money's great. Don't get me wrong. I love it more than the next guy. But until you're an expert, you shouldn't really charge.
No doubt.
And then, you know, just get yourself to that point where you can. And it's a luxury, man. We get to do this.
Bro.
DJs, we get to do this. Like producers, we get to do this. We don't have to do it.
Right.
Nobody has to play our records.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what, like, the people that I know that are really, you know, about this, they're all about the passion. And that's why, you know, I got guys like Cleveland Terry and Mo Jackson, all those guys, like, dude, they put a lot of time into this.
Yep.
So, you know, they've, you know, helped me and put me in positions where, you know, they teach me a lot, and, you know, it grounds you, bro, because you got to hang with dope people. You know,
appreciate that.
Like, you know what I mean? And I've seen you since I met you in January, like, your socials have blown up.
Thank you, bro.
You know, the people you've kind of communicated with. And then in addition, like, you're a genuine person.
I appreciate that, man. Thank
you. So that's how it works, man. And we're all like, you know, we all got to help each other. And, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean this industry is easy. It doesn't mean people are not going to do you dirty. It happens.
Yep.
But, you know, to weed through that and just kind of find the people that resonate with you and they rock with you. And they have the same goals and morals like you do, and then just kind of stick with them, man.
For sure, bro. Well, Cova, man, it's been great hearing about the journeys, the ups and downs, man, but is there anything else you want to share before we wrap this up?
Yeah, man, I would love for you guys to, anybody who wants to step up their game with like DJing with the edits, intros, outros, mashups, that's like a passion project of mine. I've actually helped a lot of people learn how to produce. And now there's that in between where the DJs kind of want to learn just how to do their, you know, edits and learn how to use these programs to kind of help them with their sets and curate, you know, their individual tracks and stuff, clean edits. And that's a passion project of mine. It's called Tweak Music Academy. You signed up for when I met you in January.
Bro. I'm a member.
So, and a lot of the guys have, Mad has, and all these other great guys. So I'm really excited about that. If you guys want to learn about that, I would love to, you know, have you guys check it out. Go to Tweak Music Tips, where I do all my podcasts and stuff, and DM us the word level, step it up. And we'd love to talk to you, man, and see what we can do to help you. And if not, just say what's up, say hello.
For sure. Cova, I appreciate you, my guy.